Hey, everybody, welcome to this episode of The Spark. I'm Coach David. Hope you're doing fantastic on today. I hope that everything is moving in the right direction for you and that you are getting after it, making your life better day by day by day, increasing and influencing and changing your very own life. Hey, I'm happy you're here with me. So, hey, if you haven't already done so, go ahead and click the like button, subscribe to this channel, because we're going to give you more and more information that's going to take you to new heights and to new levels. If you've been with us over the last couple of weeks, you know we've been talking about confidence. We're talking about this on the inside of you coming out and being seen, that confidence. So I want to jump right back into it and give you even more to build on today. Today, I want to talk about how is confidence lost and what you should do about it. In other words, what happens that causes you to lose your confidence, and then what do you do about it to quickly regain your confidence and move on in life? See, most people don't lose their confidence because of the pressure of the moment. That doesn't happen. They lose their confidence because of what happens after just one single mistake. It can be very simple. It could be something as much as a missed shot or something like you fumble a presentation. That one mistake can cause people to lose their confidence. See, your confidence doesn't just randomly vanquish. It doesn't go away like that. And nor does your confidence disappear in the predictable moments. What happens is a lot of times we're going through something and we may make a mistake. We may make something happen and we may have a hiccup and boom, our confidence is shot. Well, the thing about it is sometimes you can look at that and you can say, aha, I see what happened here. Many times, though, what's going to be going on is that you're going through something and you just lose it for a second. But then what ends up happening is that there's a spiraling effect, what I call the spiraling down effect, and we lose our confidence. Your confidence is not fragile. What's going on when that occurs is that it's either one, being mismanaged, or it's not being managed at all. So what I want to do for you on today, I want to talk about how a person actually loses their confidence and what they can do about it to get it back real quickly. So let's jump into that part. How is our confidence actually lost? Now, a lot of people say it's the pressure moments, is what's going on, the hype of the moment or whatever the case may be. Completely disagree. Confidence is normally lost through meaning. Okay, let me explain before you jump on me. Okay, here's what happened. Let's say, for instance, I'm doing something and a mistake occurs. In other words, maybe I'm playing basketball and I go for the game-winning shot, and it happens that I miss the game-winning shot. There's a guy by the name of Michael Jordan. He talks about that a lot. And what I've seen in that, okay, you miss the shot, and here's what happens. Then your brain is going to assign a meaning to that. And then that meaning that your brain assigns to the mistake, that becomes the identity. And that's usually what ends up causing a person to lose their confidence. Let me give you an example. Let's say I have a student and they are taking a test and they fail the test. Well, then they assign a meaning that I'm just bad at school. And if you're not careful, that will go from one class to the next class to the next class to the next class. That's that spiraling down effect that I'm talking about. Let's say I have an athlete, for instance, and the athlete misses a pass or they miss a shot. And then there's like, hey, I'm just not ready to be an athlete. I'm not ready for the big moment. Let's say I got a professional, and a professional is making a presentation and they stumble in the presentation. And then they assign a meaning to that, like these big moments, I'm just not built for them. Here's the point that I'm making. The mistake that you make, that's not the problem. It's not. The problem is the story behind the mistake. In other words, when I make the mistake, what story do I assign to that keeps me in that situation and causes me to lose my confidence? So what I've got to understand is this right here, is that I got to work on a way of not losing my confidence. Confidence fails when my attention shifts from the present moment. Here's what happens, what we call process, to the outcome. In other words, I'm thinking too far ahead. In other words, I'm worried about what others are going to say about me. In other words, I am not present minded. I'm not in the process. I'm way out here somewhere. And that's where mistakes happen. You hear me say all the time, you must be present minded, be where your feet are. That is called the process. But many people, when a mistake happens, they go immediately to the outcome of could this mean for the win? What could this mean for how people look at me? And so then they begin to do that and they lose or they're mismanaging their confidence. So what I want to do for you with the time I have remaining, I want to give you something, what I call the 60-second confidence reset. Let me coach you a little bit. Your confidence does not need to be motivated. Your confidence does not need to be built. It needs to be regulated. Remember when I first started this, I said it's in you, and if you will allow it, it will come through you. And so what I've got to do, I've got to learn to regulate my confidence. So I'm going to give you 3 R's in a 60-second, that's 1 minute, a 60-second confidence reset. It's 3 R's: regulate, reset, respond. So let's walk through it very quickly. All right, so here we go. The first thing that you have to understand is that you cannot calm your mind until you calm your body. Because see, the body is all over the place through that mistake, through that era. And now you're trying to calm your mind, but your body is fighting against that. So this is what we call regulate. How do we regulate the body? Well, we have a breathing pattern that we use. And I teach this all the time. 4 seconds inhale, a 2-second hold, a 6-second exhale. Why do we teach that? 4-second inhale, 2-second hold, a 6-second release or exhale. Because what goes on now is that slows my nervous system down. Because of the mistake, I get nervous, I get shaky. So when I slow my nervous system down, guess what I do? I calm my body down. And remember, you cannot have a calm mind until you have a calm body. So that's the first one. So let's call that. And you would do that once or twice to get yourself regulated. Now, the next thing you got to do is the reset part. Your confidence will return when your self-talk gets simple. Because you know what happens when we make a mistake. Immediately, all of that mental chatter begins to go on and begins to talk about, oh, God, you made a mistake. What's going to happen now? I told you weren't ready for this. You're no good at this. That's that mental chatter, I call it, or the mental conversation. So here's what we got to do. We got to reset. And we got to have something that helps us reset. And I call that cue words or phrases. One of the ones that I give the youth that I coach is set. What does set mean? Set means that I reset myself. I get back where I need to be in order so I can lock in and focus real quickly. And I don't let all of that negative chatter, that mental conversation mess me up. So, and a lot of times what I'll do is when we're getting ready to do something, I'll say set, and they automatically, boom. What it does, it breaks the mental chatter, and it stops that spiral, that downward spiral. And I can recenter, refocus, and now I can do the next thing. Remember, your confidence is going to return when your self-talk gets simple. So I am going to encourage you to have cue words or phrases. It could be something as simple as, I got this. Or it could be something as simple as set. It could be like, no problem. Move next, whatever you want to use. But here's the thing that I'm encouraging you with. Have them. Have your cue words that work for you. Now, as a team, if I were a coach, as a team, my team is going to have cue words. Next, set, whatever the case may be. Why? Because when we need to focus quickly and bring our feet back to where we are, those words, because of the way we've trained, the way we've taught, those words bring me there. So we're going to regulate the body. We're going to reset our conversation. And then here's the next one. We are going to respond. What does that mean? We are going to take action immediately. Confidence follows your behavior, your action, not your thoughts. So here's what I want to do. I want to get right back into the act. And I don't have a lot of time to, especially if you're in competition. You don't have a lot of time. If you're giving a brief to your boss, you don't have a lot of time. All you need is that 60-second reset. I regulate by breathing, excuse me. I reset by having my cue word. I respond. I start taking action immediately. And I'm going to encourage you to get your own system, your 60 seconds confidence reset system, and put it in place. So that when the confidence tries to leave you, or the confidence seems to disappear, you can bring it right back. It didn't go anywhere. It just started to go down. So you know how to bring it back. And I'll share this with you. If you start training for these moments, like when the pressure is not there, but you're training your confidence reset, you're going to be a whole lot more proficient when you actually have to use it. See, this is what I know about confidence. Confidence is never about not failing. It really isn't. Confidence is about knowing how you can recover quickly, you can recover calmly, and you can recover on purpose. Listen to me. All of the greats, all of the high flyers, all of the high performers, they make mistakes. But the difference is how they recover from it. It's the difference is how quickly, how calmly, and on purpose they recover from it. So I hope that you will use this. So I want you to save this video, share it with somebody who may be in a high pressure moment, share it with a teammate, whatever the case may be. And then I want you to continue to follow me for more practical mental performance tools that's going to take you to the next level. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this. And listen, you know what? You got this. Get your words, okay? Calm your body. Get your reset words, and let's get after it. You respond. Hey, this is Coach David. I'm going to take off for today. You have a great day all day long. But remember this right here. Remember this. You are the architect of your life. I'm Coach David. I believe in you. I will see you the next time. You have a great one. Bye.